Okay, so I'm doing this review for you guys because I haven't seen not one person out there do an actual review that was correct. Okay, so one thing that they're leaving out on these magazines and everything for the SIG, which is, let me go grab the gun so that you can see it. This right here, the SIG. Yes, I had to make a little strap and everything for the shoulder. But yes, and as a matter of fact, I'll show you the box as well. This is the box. This is what we're working with. It's the MCX version. Alright, so the proper review is finally here, you guys. Now you can actually see how these magazines are loaded and how you can get the best performance out of these. Okay, so I actually found out that you're losing muzzle velocity, which is feet per second, because nobody doing these reviews have shown you that you actually have to use this little tool right here that's not only for dialing in your scopes and things like that, you know, or I mean your sights. This is for dialing in your sights. However, you have this little knob right here, okay? That's for your pellets. On every single one of these, and I don't know if they're doing it just because they don't want to show you the time that it actually takes to load these and everything. Like, I've gotten pretty good at this. I mean, my first time loading just one of these probably took me like 3.5 minutes, you know what I'm saying? Because I was brand new to it. I've gotten really good at it, and I mean, I've gotten probably 2 to 2.5 minutes each one, you know what I'm saying? And that's because you have to use this as well. But prior to knowing that, it took me about 3 minutes just to load this without this, okay? And then I realized after, and it doesn't even tell you in the directions that that's what you have to do. But I saw this, and I looked everywhere around on that gun and everything, and it wasn't for that or anything. It's actually for this. And then I contacted SIG, and I actually found out that that's what that was for. So you see, after you put in all of the pellets, which as you can see, I have done that. So I have loaded these and everything. But after you load it, you then have to take another step and push all these down. Because now it is in its firing position. It is in the perfect spot, which I'm really glad that they actually, I mean, honestly, this tool is really cool because, you know, even with my break barrel rifle and things like that, I've always wondered, well, I mean, how far does the pellet need to be, or you know what I mean? But this is completely calibrated and everything and measured for these. So as you can see, this one has not been pushed down yet or anything. Okay, they're right there at the tip of the plastic. And now watch what happens after you push all of them down. None of them are falling out or anything like that. So some of you may feel like, oh well, it's just to push them out if you make a mistake or if you have a bad pellet. Well, that's what I thought at first too. And then after contacting SIG, because none of them were actually being pushed out when I used this, then they said no, it's actually to get it to where it needs to be for optimal shooting. You know, you get the most out of your SIG with that, and the most accuracy as well. So now you can see, I mean, it takes about, I'm doing it as fast as I can just to show you how, I mean, it's kind of inconvenient, but at the same time, it's reassuring, and you have that sense of security of that your pellets are in the perfect position. You know what I'm saying? So I do like this. However, they need to make this a little better or something, like, so that it's just like, I don't know, speed loader or something, like maybe a hopper or something that you can just throw a bunch of pellets in, and it, like, I don't know, like, honestly, this should be able to be in like a hopper or something, and then you shake it around or something, then they all go in, and then because you have to use this tool, you know, that would just be more convenient. I'm sure that they could come up with something like that, but they haven't. And then as far as the CO2 goes, like these things right here, hang on, let me get the CO2 cartridges. So another thing that I wanted to talk about were these CO2 cartridges, okay? So I actually found these 90 grams for $15, and that's a steal right there, because I've looked everywhere, and you can't get these for less than $20. You know what I'm saying? So, but this is a steal right here. I kind of feel like the CO2, whoever, like the industry that makes CO2s and shit, I kind of think that they specifically do not make an adapter for this. I mean, if you look on Amazon, the only thing that you're gonna find is an HPA kit, or by Mad Dog, they actually have an adapter that will allow you to unscrew your CO2 tank and it not lose air when you're not using it or whatever. I mean, that's cool, but at the same time, I'm talking about the fact that these CO2 companies are so greedy that they have literally, I know for a fact that somebody has made this part that I'm about to talk about. I know for a fact that somebody has to have made this by now, because paintballing and shit has been around so much longer than any of these other things, okay? So I believe that, I don't have proof of it, this is all speculations, but I totally 100% feel like instead of allowing whatever adapter that somebody had created to convert these into, basically you would need like a 1/2-inch thread for like a paintball 16 ounce or a 20 ounce or a 40 ounce CO2 tank, right? So you would take that, you'd put that into the male end of the adapter, or I mean the female end of the adapter, and then the male end would be this right here, this threading. It's 3/8 threading, but it has to have that little nipple area, you know what I'm saying? So they don't make those adapters, but I guarantee you somebody has. But you know what I think happened is that these CO2 companies figured, well, it only costs us like $4 to $5 to fill these tanks up. We don't want that. We want everybody to have to pay $15 to $25 for the aluminum and everything. You know what I'm saying? These disposable cartridges and everything constantly cost you money. So that's how they make their money. You know, boom, $15 to $25 for these freaking CO2 tanks, instead of selling for $22 to $25 a little adapter that would be able to not only make these refillable, but would also be able to upgrade to a 16 ounce or a 20 ounce or a 40 ounce CO2 tank. I've called welding places. I've called Bryson Paintball. I've called Harbor Freight, hardware stores, even thrift stores. I went to Home Depot, Lowe's. No one, not even Amazon, eBay, no one has an adapter for this shit. Okay, so I'm in the process of making one, and as soon as I make that shit, like, I'm just letting you know now, like, it's on video and everything, that I am making that adapter, okay? And when I release that adapter, I guarantee you some shit's gonna pop up that they have a patent or something like that, and they're gonna be trying to, like, sue me and all that crap. But I'm just letting you know, I ain't gonna let that happen. I'm gonna get you guys this adapter. I'm gonna make this fucking adapter, because this is not cool. It's not okay for them to sit there and like force you to buy these disposable tanks and everything and spend shitload of money on air. You know what I'm saying? So the reason why you don't want to get the adapter for the HPA kit is because you actually lose muzzle velocity, and you'll lose, like, muzzle velocity is feet per second, if you didn't know that. So when you're looking at the FPS, then that's also considered muzzle velocity. Okay, you're going to lose at least 50. You know, so if your gun says it's rated for 600, like the gun that I have, you're gonna be down to maybe 550 right off the bat, because you converted it to an HPA kit. Okay, and so you want to stick with CO2. However, it costs you in disposable cartridges. That's why I'm going to continue creating this adapter and everything. Like, it even says adapter required and everything if you wanted to switch it to, like, for a paintball gun. Like, this is a paintball pistol right here or whatnot, okay? So paintballing has been around for absolutely, I mean, at least 50 years, you know what I'm saying? So the fact that adapter's not there, that means that the CO2 companies did not want you to be able to either, one, refill these, or they did not want you to be able to have that adapter and upgrade to a bigger size so that you would have more air. They did not want that. I mean, it's like following a breadcrumb trail, you know what I'm saying? Everything points to they bought somebody's item. Like, I guarantee you someone made that shit, and then they patented it, and then they bought the patent from that guy, and then basically threw that shit away and said, we're never using that. You know what I'm saying? So, then this. Okay, let's talk about these. So far, I have not had anything jam on me. Okay, I have not. I've seen people talk about the gun that looks like mine. It's just like mine, but it's rated at 550 feet per second instead of the 600. It's like the one that they created right after that. I think it's not the Crane. Mine is the MCX Crane. I believe that the other one is just the MCX. It has a longer suppressor, which the suppressors don't do anything, by the way. It's just for looks and everything. I love the fact that the gun is all metal. It's almost all of it. The stock is not metal, and there's like maybe 2 other plastic parts, but for the most part, the gun is all metal. It's pretty much an exact replica of the real thing. It handles very well. Mine is very accurate. It doesn't come pre-dialed in with the sights, you know. I had to do that, and it took about 15 minutes to dial it in. Once you get that thing dialed in, you'll see that it's like, I mean, it's probably like 1/4 of an inch off on every shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll probably hit 3 in a row, right? Just dead shot. Tat, 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 tat. And then all of a sudden you'll see one veer to the right or veer to the left or go down a little bit. But no matter what, it's only like maybe 1/4 of an inch, maybe even less than that. You know what I'm saying? So I love the one that I got because it's very accurate. So this right here, you would load this in. Make sure that the metal side, okay, sometimes, like when I first saw this shit was confusing. I was like, wait a second, how am I going to load this in here? Am I loading it that way? And then I realized that if you just pay attention to the aluminum part, the aluminum always faces that way. You know, always faces towards the barrel. So feed that in there like so. Close that, turn it to the side, and then you will find... Alright, now, you can either start at the very end. I like to start right there. So it's going to skip that first shot. But I find it to never, like, the way I do it, I've never had anything jam on me or anything like that. So I just recommend to skip that first shot and allow it to go onto that second shot. I mean, no matter what, you're going to end up using it all anyways. It goes through the whole thing, so it doesn't really matter. But I just do it that way to make sure that nothing jams or anything. So I got this extra clip that came with these extra 3 chains, or whatever you want to call it, spindles or whatever. So came with 3 extra spindles, which honestly I kind of feel like that's a little stupid. I mean, you buy 1 mag and you have so when you buy 1 mag you get 3 of these. Okay, I kind of feel that's stupid because you only get 1 mag and you have 3 of these. You know what I'm saying? This PVC probably costs you $1, not even that, to make. So, I mean, you guys should do a little better on that. If you have 3 of these, you should have 3 of these. You know what I mean? It just makes sense. And if not that, then no matter what, I mean, the other thing that's a little iffy about that is that when you get your gun, it only comes with 1 magazine and 1 of these. Your magazine, when you get that gun, the gun should come with at least 1 magazine and 2 of these. You know what I'm saying? And when you go to a store or when you go on Amazon and you buy another magazine, then you should get 2, not 3. You know what I'm saying? Because ultimately, if they're not gonna dish out an extra mag, they need to make it like not such an off thing. You know, it's like an odd man out type thing. You know what I'm saying? You got 3 of these, but you only got 1 of these. It makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? Just do 1 of these and 2 of these, and instead of $30, sell it for $25 or $20. You know what I'm saying? Like, get with the program, people. Whoever the hell's making these guns. Well, I think it said Japan. So come on, Japan. Like, for real. You know for a fact that this shit right here costs you like maybe 2 cents. You know what I'm saying? 2 cents. Maybe in aluminum, 5 cents. You know what I'm saying? So you got a total of like 7 cents right here invested in both of this shit right here. So 14 cents, say. Now, let's say 14 cents, right? Then you got this. A maximum is going to cost you $1. I mean, I got a 3D printer, so I know for a fact that this is only like $1. You know what I mean? So ultimately, you got maybe total cost in production. You have like $1.75. Let's just say maximum $2. You know what I'm saying? Worst case scenario, $2. You guys resell this at 30. For $30, you should have another magazine. It should be 2 magazines for every 3. Then, you know what I mean? But I mean, that's just my personal opinion. Who knows? They're probably not going to do that. They're most likely not going to change that. But I mean, let me know how you guys feel. Am I just complaining, or am I telling the truth? You know what I mean? I feel like I'm being 100% on that shit. Tell me how you guys feel. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. If you guys like these videos and you like more reviews and you want me to do some more reviews, I've literally shot and have owned every single airsoft gun that has ever been made. I have literally shot and owned every single BB gun that has ever been made. If you want me to repurchase these weapons and everything, well, okay, I can't say weapons. They're not weapons. I mean, they can be, but they're not. All right, they're airsoft, pellets, BB guns. You know what I'm saying? That's what I work with. I can also do some reviews for black powder guns. Just let me know what you guys want, and I will be sure to post more videos at your request. You know what I'm saying? If you want some more updates on this, be sure to like and subscribe, because I'm definitely going to be making this part. I don't give a shit if they try to come at me or not. I'll even sell it underneath the table. You know what I'm saying? No matter what. That's ridiculous. You know what I mean? And I feel like they're just kind of robbing people, you know? So I'm definitely going to put that out there, and I'm going to help people out. So if you want to check out karmasonlinestore.com, that's where I will be posting those adapters as soon as I get them. But I will be doing a review, and I'll be posting a video as well as soon as I am done with it. Right now I'm in the constructing stage of it, so I have the tapering and I have the bottom piece done, but I am still trying to figure out a perfect weld on the nipple part so that I can have that push valve so that we don't lose any air. All right, so I'm definitely gonna get that shit going for us because we deserve better, you know, especially if these weapons and if these BB guns and shit like that for everybody who is Second Amendment, you know, for everybody who just likes collecting guns and things like that, or wants to be able to train or teach other people or like their kids or whatever how to handle a gun or the safety measures and everything. Like, no matter what, we don't need to be breaking our bank or anything on a bunch of CO2 and shit when it's literally just compressed air. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But I'm going to stop complaining. I just feel passionate about all the things that I talk about, you know? So, but yeah, make sure that you like, subscribe, and comment below. I don't care if you guys say anything bad or whatever. It really doesn't bother me. It really doesn't. Everybody has to understand that words are just words. As long as you know that anything's not to be true, then it shouldn't bother you. It really shouldn't. Thank you, you guys. Oh, and peace. Remember, karmasonlinestore.com. Oh, and my TikTok. Yeah. Karma _apparel. Yeah.